11:59 a.m. Gah, I really dislike earth science. At least it's not biology. It's a miracle I was able to pass that class last year. This class is now over, which means lunchtime with Yuri. I've been looking forward to this all day. I can't wait to see what she brought in this time. Not much happened after I left the lake yesterday, except for getting envelopes ready to mail money orders out, and writing a poem about the mysterious feelings that came to me at the lake. I'm feeling overall happiness as I'm walking over to my locker. Once I'm there, I open it up, place my books from last class in there, and shut it. The moment I turn around, one of the students in this school invades my vision. Is it Wallace? It's Wallace. Before I can make out who it is, the vest of my school uniform is forcefully grabbed and my back is forced against my locker. Forcefully. Shocked at what's transpiring right now, it takes a moment to register who it is in front of me. Freaking Wallace. Anger is slowly building inside me because of the situation I'm in. What do you want?
Give me a few dollars and I'll let you go.
His tone of voice isn't as god-awful as it usually sounds, which throws me off guard. I don't know, that was pretty god-awful, man. All the anger inside me has been replaced with fear, as I realize I have no money on me and completely forgot to go to an ATM yesterday. Oh god. Oh no, what do I tell him? I really wish I could disappear right now. Why can't I reverse time and just have known to not mess with my locker? It wouldn't be that much trouble. His fist makes itself even more known on my chest with the extra pressure he's adding. Next, he takes his free hand and starts pounding the top of my head repeatedly.
Hello? Hello? Anyone home, huh? Think, Hallie, think.
I've about had it up to here with his constant assault on me. The anger inside me from earlier makes itself known again, not wanting to put up with him anymore. I'm somehow able to push him off me, causing him to stumble backwards a little bit. At this point, I could care less about my tone of voice, no reason acting civil right now. I don't have any. Leave me alone, for God's sake.
Why not?
How in the hell are you supposed to answer something like that? I didn't even know something that stupid could come out of him. It's Wallace we're talking about. Of course I would expect stupid shit from him. He takes his steps towards me while I was absolutely dumbfounded by his question. The moment he grabs a hold of me again and pushes me back into my locker is when I hear an all too familiar voice from down the hallway.
Hallie, what's going on here?
I look over to confirm that I just heard who I thought I heard. It's Monica to save the day. Monica! Maybe she could save me. Oh, I know something that might work. Right now, I'm giving no consideration as to how loud I am. I'll use this to my advantage so that other people can hear me. He's picking on me! Much to my dismay, I don't think a lot of people heard that. That seemed to shock both Monica and Wallace a little bit. Still with his grip on me, he turns his head to face her, then back to me. Try as I may to push myself forward to escape all of this, his grip on me is tighter than before, practically checkmate. His annoyed expression doesn't change for a bit, but is eventually replaced with a grin that I don't like to see at all.
Oh, lucky you! Your little girlfriend's come to the rescue!
Come on, Wallace, I don't think of Monica like that. His stupid grin doesn't leave at all, and I still wish I could completely vanish from all of this.
Hey, you're that one bitch from the Ligament Club or whatever the fuck! Point is, you forgot one of the bones in his pants, you freak!
Oh, that's what he's talking about. Wait, what the fuck? Bruh, why were you looking for one?
What did you just say?
I can't believe Wallace still hasn't let go of me yet.
You heard me! You're a freak! I heard what you did to my bud Kay last year! The hell is wrong with you?
Monica takes a step closer to us, I guess.
What's wrong with me? What the hell is wrong with you? Picking on a special need... uniquely minded student like this?
Usually I'd be upset over using special needs like that, but it seems justifiable right now. Wait, how does she know?
It's not like he has feelings or anything.
Wallace, I swear to Christ, if you say one more word. Monica? Oh god, no, I know that voice. I don't know that voice. It's Yuri! It's Yuri. What's all the commotion going on here? All three of us look over to Yuri. Oh, for fuck's sake. Apostrophe. Now is probably the worst time for Yuri to show up. I don't want her to get involved with any of this. Wallace still hasn't let go of me.
Look, tits have arrived! Now you have somewhere to hide!
Before I even get the chance to figure out how I feel about that statement, I feel myself being moved away from my locker and being pushed with great force. The sudden impact with her sends us both crashing to the ground, causing her to drop her bag in the process. With the both of us on the floor, and after taking a moment to regain my senses, I quickly back away from Yuri a little bit, as I feel like I have already invaded her personal space enough. My focus shifts over to Wallace and Monica.
Extra squishy today, huh? Okay, I've seen enough. We're seeing your father about this.
That's when Monica grabs Wallace by the ear and starts walking towards the principal's office, but he doesn't budge at all. Oh, is that why he can get away with this crap?
Let me go! Let me go!
Or wait, did they mention that in a previous episode? They probably didn't, it just slipped my mind. That sounds familiar to me. Wallace then does the unthinkable. He turns around and slaps Monica across the face as hard as he can, causing her to reel back and instinctively place her hand over her cheek. No, I gotta do something about this. Once I get up from the ground and start walking towards him, he unexpectedly turns and starts walking away. Pain is sent through my whole body, effectively crippling me for a short time. It's then amplified as Wallace kicks me away, back into Yuri again, this time bumping into the left side of her body. Good grief, he just doesn't care about anyone, does he? The sound of Yuri gasping in pain over me being pushed into her is something I wish I had never heard in my life.
That's right, keep on getting nice and close to tits. Maybe you'll even see the coat hanger marks on her skull.
Before I have the chance to process what he just said, Monica walks over to him, seething in rage, a face I hope to never see again. She grabs him by the hairs on the back of his head and starts dragging him to the principal's office. The sounds of pain coming from him are a little disturbing, but well-deserved. It takes a moment for the two of them to leave my sight. Why did I just sit there and watch? Huh? I look over to Yuri to see... Oh no. She's sitting upright against the wall, crouched over with her head buried in both her arms. My mind races as I watch helplessly. What do I do? Do I approach her? Give her space, maybe?
Hallie, what's the matter?
Mom, it's time to be a friend. Yuri, are you alright?
I just wanted to disappear.
Yuri, no.
I don't belong here.
Sadly inhaling before weeping again, her words pierce my feelings. My face and heart are frowning.
Why could I have been born someone different?
No, then she wouldn't be the same Yuri that I know, and... I have to say something. Positioning myself in front of her on my knees, I gently place my hand on her shoulder, feeling her body lightly tense up. Yuri, please don't say that.
No.
She pushes my arm away, which sends me reeling back.
It's true. For the 6th time this year, for people have made fun of who I am for too long. Why can't it stop? Why can't people just stop?
She's kept count. Frozen in place at her tone of voice, emotions from earlier increase, and my sadness turns into tears at the thought of how much she doesn't deserve this.
I don't know how to make anyone happy. She
retreats back into her arms and cries softly.
And not even myself. Nobody wants me around. There was more to that, but I put it away. Not even my parents.
This girl's breaking my heart even more. Tears invading my eyes, I can't help but let my emotions take over. I stop thinking altogether and gently take Yuri's left hand in both of mine and take it away from her. She doesn't resist. The indescribable feeling of her hand in mine flows through my body. Bringing the knuckles of her hand to rest between my eyes, my tears become a waterfall.
Hallie.
Yuri, that's not true. You don't deserve any of this. I sharply inhale and just weep in front of her. The thought of everything she's been through amplifies my sympathy for her. Just knowing what you're going through makes me really sad. Why you? Of all people.
Hallie, don't cry for me.
How can I not? You're my best friend, Yuri. Is it wrong for me to feel like this? Both of us are stunned at my words. After inhaling sharply again and running out of tears, I'm shocked she hasn't pulled away or ran away yet, let alone say anything. Seconds pass and I finally have the courage to bring my head up to meet her view. Her eyes are glassy, eyebrows raised with lips parted.
Best friend? How can I be anyone's best friend?
By simply being you, and nobody else.
But no, there's no way that can be true.
In this rare moment of vulnerable connection, both my hands still gently gripping both sides of her, the words just seemed to come to me naturally. Yuri, I'll never lie to you. I'll always be there, even when no one else will. I just want you to know that you're one of the most wonderful, most beautiful people I've ever met, inside and out. It makes me happy when I get to spend time with you. I didn't expect those words to come out of my mouth, but I have to be genuine to her.
Why are you so nice to me?
Because you're my best friend, and you deserve nothing less.
Do you really mean that?
Every word. You listened to what I had to say when telling you about why I'm different when we met at the lake. You made me feel accepted. I want to do the same. I gently let go of her as it falls to the ground. Or her hand as it falls to the ground. I know we've only known each other for a short while, but let's promise to help keep each other as best as we can, with whatever we may be facing. How does that sound? I bring my pinky out to her again, much like we did at the lake. She hesitates for a while, but follows suit, managing to smile a little bit.
Promise.
Just hearing that fills me with happiness. After about a second or so, I bring my right thumb towards her. Stamp.
Stamped.
My smile slowly becomes more genuine at her sense of humor, and I'm finding myself lost in her eyes. After some time, our hands break free from each other for the second time today. There's an awkward silence between the two of us, as I'm still on my knees in front of her. It feels really weird to transition from an emotional moment to a superficial one, but the day must continue onwards. But does it really have to? Yes, it does. So, did you still want to go to the classroom today? She doesn't initially respond. She must be in deep thought again.
No, we spent too much time out here.
Familiar motion on my left hand going to the back of my head plays out. Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's not your fault.
Oh, if only you knew.
Anyway.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out both sets of plastic chopsticks and a new bento for us.
Shall we begin?
Just gonna eat there in the hallway, huh? Okay. 3:01 p.m. Leaving my math class and beginning my walk to the club, I can't help but think that this has probably been one of the craziest weeks of my entire school career. The rest of lunchtime went surprisingly well, given everything that had transpired, as well as classes afterwards. Yuri surprised me by bringing in 4 eggs over hard, sourdough toast, hash browns, and white rice for us, and I returned the favor with both bottles of tea I bought yesterday. Not gonna lie, I didn't think tea would go well with breakfast food, but I was proven wrong. Another thing that felt nice to the both of us was how silent the hallways were during that time. Nobody was around to interfere with us or judge us, but that nice feeling didn't last for long, for me at least, as it started raining outside shortly after lunch ended and hasn't let up at all. I've been trying my best not to let it bother me, and I'd say I'm handling everything pretty well so far. Classes were nothing special as well, just a few tests and that's it, really. Stepping into the clubroom shows the almost usual scene, just like yesterday with the lack of Yuri. I really hope she's alright after everything that's happened. I better be patient with her. Monica then gets up from her desk and approaches me with a face of concern as I drop my bag at its usual spot by the door.
Hallie, how's everything going?
The events of today race through my head again, but I have to make them stop if I want to properly respond to her. I'm better now. She lets out a small sigh of relief.
Good. I'm sorry you had to go through all that today. That shouldn't happen to anyone.
She shouldn't be the one saying sorry. No, Monica. If anything, I'm happy you were there to help. I don't know what I would have done without you. Wait, what am I saying all of a sudden? Well, there's no reason not to be genuine to Monica, too. Something about being myself. Monica hesitates before speaking again.
Glad I could help. If you're wondering about Wallace, his dad had a talk with him, and he won't be attending the festival on Monday.
My eyelids skyrocket upwards after hearing that, and I feel more excited. No way! Did he really say that? Monica nods.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. This really is going to be the best festival ever.
You bet. One less person to ruin the festival.
I take one of my hands, cup it around my ear, and slightly bring my head towards her. What'd you say?
Nothing.
Yeah, it probably was nothing. Oh, so she actually trailed off on her own. It wasn't you losing attention. Okay. An unusually awkward silence between me and her plays out as my mind in excitement calms itself down. But I am then reminded of what Monica said about her being sorry and her vehement face from earlier today. Monica, it's all my fault that everything happened today. No, it's not. If I had just gone to the classroom instead, everything would have been just fine.
Classroom?
Oh. Oh boy. Nobody knows that me and Yuri share lunchtime in the classroom except Monica does. Uh-oh, how do I explain this to her? I feel obligated to tell her everything so that I can offer her a clear understanding of what's going on. Yeah, I've started spending lunchtime in one of the classrooms with Yuri recently. It's a nice little getaway from everybody, especially people like Wallace. Monica's eyes light up for whatever reason, and I'm internally questioning why she looks in shock over hearing this. But that shouldn't be too important. I feel like I could have prevented all of this. None of this would have happened had I not gone to my locker today. I stand there, barely making eye contact with her, waiting for whatever may come out of her mouth.
No, I think I've heard enough.
With that, I watch her walk back to her desk, and now feeling confused. What's that supposed to mean? A quick tap-tap is felt on my shoulder, causing me to turn around. Yuri fills my vision, which makes me happy that she seems to be all right. But I also feel awkward being around her now, due to the emotions we both saw and experienced firsthand in each other. With each other. Yuri.
So that's what started everything.
Oh no, how much of that did she hear? My mind is racing again, fast enough for me to barely be able to form what I want to say to her. Yuri,
Hallie, let's just start our time here with making some tea. We can talk about things in the hallway. How does that sound?
I can already imagine the warm feeling of tea and how that will make me feel, but I also can't help but feel some weird sense of satisfaction of being able to explain things to her. I would like that.
Me too. I'll go grab everything we need. Mind waiting here?
I lightly nod at her. Sure, I can do that.
Thank you.
Watching Yuri walk towards the closet, I'm looking forward to making tea with her again. It'll help me and her feel better. But the overall mood, atmosphere, of everything right now just seems tense, and the rain outside really isn't helping anything. The events of today still haven't completely passed through my feelings, which is bothering me ever so slightly. I'm sure this feeling will go away soon. All I gotta do is talk to Yuri about whatever she wants to talk about, and everything will go well, right? It'll be nice to get some things cleared up. If me and her can think of a way to prevent such things from happening in the future, that'll be an accomplishment for me. Us, I guess. Her returning to where I'm standing breaks me out of my current trance. After surveying her with her teapot, I can only assume that she plugged in the kettle at the wall as well.
Shall we get going?
Yes, let's. With that, the tea-making duo, that's by the way, makes our way out of the club room, holding the door open for Yuri, as I should. Our journey to the water fountain is not as quiet and sunny as yesterday. The grayscale of the hallways brought upon by the rain makes everything feel gloomy. Looking over to Yuri brings me at ease a bit, knowing I have my friend next to me to help me through this moment of darkness. Me wondering what Yuri thinks of the rain is disrupted by her starting a conversation.
So, you mentioned that all this started just because you went to your locker. I don't get it.
Well, I've got some explaining to do. Yeah, I can explain, I think. Pretty much today and yesterday, that Wallace guy was at my locker and happened to mess up everything.
Oh. He'd better not be stalking you. I just have to do something about that.
Her lovable blush is starting to creep in from what I can see. I'd be really concerned if he was. Yeah, just the thought of that makes me cringe a bit.
But Hallie, why were you talking to Monica about this?
Well, she asked me how I was doing after everything. I didn't mean to tell her about the classroom.
So she knows about that now.
After realizing what I just said to her, I bury my head in my hands, feeling out of place. There I go, not thinking before speaking again. I can't stand this mindset.
Well, it's better that Monica knows rather than anyone else.
I'm sorry, Yuri. I hope you're not too upset.
No, I'm not too upset. I trust Monica not to say a word about it.
I really hope she doesn't.
Hallie,
I take my head out of my hands to listen to what she has to say.
I know I shouldn't tell you what to do, but why not just leave your backpack or whatever you may have in the classroom to avoid future altercations?
After giving that some thought, I'm surprised I didn't think of that before. Well, isn't the problem with that it's a classroom and other people make use of the classroom? It's always the simple things that slip my mind. Yuri, that's an amazing idea. I wish I would have thought of that. And that's my class before lunchtime, too. It all works out.
I'm glad.
A smile makes its way on her face, and in response, one shows up on mine, knowing that we have a way to avoid future problems. Heh, me too. As we approach the water fountain, Yuri takes the necessary steps to fill up the teapot while I stand by the machine, taking in the scenery around me. I am then reminded of this exact moment yesterday, when I found the thought of being Yuri's bodyguard humorous. I can't stop myself from giggling at the thought again.
Holly, what's so funny about the water fountain? This is the second time now. This is the sixth time this year.
I'm frozen in place, physically and mentally, at what just ran through my mind. The weird tingly feeling I felt here yesterday shows up again, but is replaced by a weird feeling I'm not sure how to describe. All I know is I should probably explain to her what I'm thinking about. Alright, I'll be honest. Yesterday, I don't know why I was thinking about this, but the thought of being your bodyguard came off as silly to me. She pulls the teapot away from the fountain, nearly 3/4 full, and looks at me inquisitively. Uh-oh. I hope I didn't break her too bad.
How is that silly?
I raise an eyebrow at her. Wait, you mean it's not?
Not at all.
Her blush shows up for the 2 squared plus 3 to the third power time that I've seen.
It's rather, how do I say, cute.
I don't know why, but I wasn't expecting her to say that. I thought she would have said something like, "Oh, don't be thinking like that," but here we are.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. I appreciate the thought.
The teapot looks full enough now. Time to make our way back to the club room. Should we head back now? Yuri looks down to the teapot and realizes that it's at the right level.
Oh, right. Wait, better.
And for now, I think we're going to call it at that. Adjusting my timetable back to what it was because it didn't quite work out like I hoped. But you don't gotta worry about that. All you need to know for now is that that's it for this session of our Castle Walls. We'll pick up with more of it next time, which for you will be tomorrow. So, thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you then. Bye-bye!